Okay. 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 Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. We are live now. We are live now. Hello, everybody. My name is Olga Promise, and I am your host for today's volunteer webinar series. You are welcome. Welcome, and once again, thank you for joining us on this edition of our volunteer webinar series with Omowumi Fadero. Please introduce yourself in the comment section and tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Yeah, in the comment section, please. If you're online, I want you to please signify that you are online. Tell us your name shortly and where you are joining us from. Once again, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh, power failure. Welcome. Okay. Okay, I think we are still waiting for people to join us. Um, if you're online, please just do well to introduce yourself in the comments. Yes, introduce yourself in the comments. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Yes, welcome to today's series of um um our volunteer series. Yes, I think I can see Florence. Florence is here with us. Thank you for joining in. Thank you so much. Thank you, Presh. I can see Promise. I can see Promise. Onwa Promise is connecting from Abuja. Wow, that's a lot. Thank you very much, Onwa Promise. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. I'm telling you guys that tonight's edition of our webinar series is going to be a different one. A different one, honestly speaking. I hope we're all ready for self-discovery. We are ready to learn. We are ready to unlearn. We are ready to relearn. Yes, relearn because it's going to be a power-packed one. I tell you, for of a surety, it's going to be a power-packed series today. A power-packed one. Yes, we are still waiting for more people to join in. I think some few people have identified they are here with us. Please tell your friend that the series has started. The webinar has started. Please tell your friend. While we are waiting for people to join us, please tell your friends that the webinar has started. Yes. Without wasting much time, we are going to just go straight to what we have today, right? Because, like I told us earlier, this edition of our volunteers webinar is going to be a power packed one. Without wasting much time, I would love to introduce our speaker for tonight's webinar. Yes, before she comes on stage, I would like to tell us something that is so very interesting about this our speaker and why you need to be at attention when she's teaching today, because I'm telling you, you are going to write, you will learn, you will relearn, and you will unlearn. Omowumi Fadero is a registered nurse and a midwife with over 7 years of practice across different levels of care. In recent times, Omoumi Fadero has been appointed as the Aides on Technical and Public Awareness to the Special Advisor to the Governor on Women Affairs in Ondo State. Yes. Omoumi is also a transformational speaker and also a transformational author. Omoumi, with a mastery in social media influencing and marketing, took a part-time role as a brand manager from NGO within the maternal and child health space. Through Omaumi's stunning personality, she has brought life to many people by helping them to discover themselves, helping them to um, gain clarity, and also helping them to become a better person, and helping people to find purpose. You can also say that Omoumi is a multi-talented, phenomenal leader and a change maker. Without wasting much time, please join me and welcome our speaker for tonight, the only phenomenal change maker, Omoumi Federal. You're welcome, ma. Thank you for joining us. Okay, I think our speaker's network is bad. Please, let's give her more time while we wait for her to join us on tonight's webinar series. Yes. While we are waiting, please get your pen, get your book, get your pen and your book, because you are going to have a lot of things to write tonight. Please, while we're waiting for her, like I said earlier, get your book, your pen, because you're going to write. Yeah, she's live. Thank you very much, ma. Thank you.
All right. Please let me know if you can hear me. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for this privilege. I do not take it for granted. Right. Let me first say thank you to the hosts and organizers of this program, in person of my brother, uh, the Gazelle himself. That's what's happening now? Why is his name skipping my mind? Don't worry, when I get back to it, I'm going to celebrate him once again. Thank you so much, Miss Promise. Thank you for holding this down for us. Thank you so much for engagement and all the beautiful work you've been putting into this community. So my name is Omomi Fadayo, just as I've been rightly introduced. And then once again, I'm so excited to be here. So when I was giving that topic should I say months ago, I was like, oh yeah, I always try to like see myself in that topic first of all and see how am I the right person for that topic. Then I see that, oh, my journey from just when I started as a nurse back then in 2017 and to where I am today is just been by the grace of God and because I have learned to apply myself. And when I introduce myself, I usually say I'm a nurse and more. And all of the additions that have been added over the years has been because I've been able to exert myself and apply myself to service. So when you apply yourself to service, whether paid or not, there's a way it works work as a way of stretching you, as a way of bringing the best in you. But most importantly, when it is volunteering, you have all of the opportunity to become anything. You have all of the opportunity to make mistakes, to relearn, to unlearn on the job. So I love the topic today because it's all about finding you, self-discovery through volunteering. I remember that about 2 years ago, there was that particular season of my life. I was trying to build my personal development, skills. I was trying to build my public speaking, and paid for some trainings. I was just all over the places trying to like exercise myself and just learn and build myself. And then the idea came, TEDx. And then I particularly saw my first idea of TEDx was about 5 years ago. I want to confirm that you can see hear me. Okay. So that year I saw a particular senior colleague that was speaking on TED, and I was so excited. I said, yes, I can do this too. And that was how I began to like pursue that. That would never have been able to come to pass within that short period of time, if not because of volunteering. So I got in touch with someone, I wrote a lot of applications, and then I knew that there was a TEDx event I was coming to my state, my town. So I decided to volunteer. I was one of the strategists, I was one of the organizers. I did a lot of things. I mean, at some point, I was creating content. At some point, I worked with one of the speakers to build our content, organized our work, and the program was beautiful. I was just somewhere behind the scene, right? But about a year, right after that, I became a TEDx speaker myself, right? Because I'd grown my skill. I'd seen that I'm not just a nurse. I'm not just, okay, I'm a nurse. I can talk about health. I was able to refine my skill while I was on that assignment. I saw that strategist in me pop out. There was nothing the lead organizers were going to do back then. They would always call me. They want to hear you. They would always say things like, wow, how did you get to this point? Who are you really? And that was how I knew that, oh my God, I'm not just okay, that clinical nurse people knew outside there. I had in me this reservoir of wisdom. And one of them said to me that you are a colossus. Yeah, that was the word. Someone that could, I mean, ask her any question. There's a challenge, she would always find a way around it. She would always, solve problems in a way that is so different and unique. I never knew that I really had all of those skills until such responsibility was laid on my shoulder. And that's what volunteering is all about. Volunteering will bring out the best in you. That's one of the stories. Another story was recently this year. I said I've been trying to improve myself in public speaking and all of that. So around March, April, thereabouts, I saw a flyer and they needed a nurse, maybe a health practitioner to come and speak somewhere. I felt like, oh, tomorrow is going to be a free day for me. It was around 11 p.m. when I saw that. And I went there, gave it my best. When I was done speaking, I was on my way home when the organizer of the program, who is the SA to the Women Affairs, just walks up to me and say, are you going already? I said, yes, ma, I'm going already. Guess what? It was that particular program that, shall I say, exposed me to that opportunity. People that didn't know me get to know me that day. And most importantly, the special advisor to the Women Affairs in my state was the one organizing the program. I didn't know so much about who are the brains behind. I just wanted to show up and sell with my gift. Guess what? After about a month, she appointed me as one of her aides. When I saw the news everywhere, she's been newly appointed, she's a nurse, and my organization, my association was publishing different news and all of that. I'm like, how did it happen? Just because I showed up, just because I decided to serve with my skill, whether I was the best in my state or not, whether I'm the most prominent nurse, it didn't matter. What mattered most was because she served. She was there at the point of need. They couldn't have found somebody else that night. They just wanted someone to fill that slot because it was already late. The person they had in mind couldn't make it, and they needed an alternative quickly. For I didn't think twice. I just reached out to them, and that was how I got in. I told this story to let you know that volunteering will bring you to places that um maybe your ability may not be able to bring it into. In fact, you may not be able to identify your abilities until you volunteer yourself, because humans, we have this tendency of not believing in ourselves until we have been able to prove to ourselves that we can do certain things. And people are not going to be able to find out who we are, to know about us, if we do not open ourselves up to these volunteering opportunities. So, having said all of those stories, let's get into the real deal today. So, what is self-discovery? I've put together some little notes that I'm going to be sharing with us. So, self-discovery is the process of gaining a deeper understanding of who you are. There's just so much about us as humans. Sometimes as a person, I'm like, this version of me I never knew existed until now. And after about 1 or 2 months, there's something again. Life is laying a new demand, a greater demand on me, and I'm seeing myself in another dimension. That's what self-discovery. It's a journey of life, and then you keep gaining that deep insight into who you are. When you do what? When you apply yourself to self, when you apply yourself to life, you're not at the back seat of your life, just allowing life to happen to you. You are being intentional about how you live in your life day by day. You're going to begin to see different dimensions of you that you never knew existed. you know, I started in 2017 as a nurse, and not many people knew me. From there, I began to go to school to talk to students. Aside from my nursing job at the bedside, I'll go during my off days, I'll go to schools. I mean, just on my own, I wanted to just serve. I remember one of those days when I was trying to convince a principal to let me into her school. I began to tell her, I'm a nurse, I'm this, I finished from Obafemi Law University. Can you see my ID card? That year, I think my license was not even out yet. That was to say how determined I was that particular year to to just throw myself into self, to apply myself to life. So self-discovery is the process of gaining a deeper insight, deeper understanding into who you are as an individual. Some of our strengths are hidden within us, and it is until we put ourselves to work that we begin to unravel those skills, those values, those strengths, those beliefs, our passion. You never know what you have passion for until you have the opportunity to serve, until you have the opportunity to express yourself before you can know, it looks like this part makes me come alive. It looks like this part makes me feel different, right? It is until there is an opportunity to serve or to work or to exert yourself before you can really know who you are, who you truly are. And it's about exploring your true self beyond expectation. We live in a world that was so stereotypical, especially in this part of the world, Africa. We just feel like things should be this way. This is how it has always been. You won't grow beyond that status quo if you do not try as much as possible to break the boxes and get out to work and get out to serve beyond those expectation, beyond the biases, beyond the external influences. Being able to find clarity about who you are, about what makes you different from other people is what self-discovery is all about. Self-discovery is important because it helps you to build self-confidence. I'm a female, I have three brothers. There were some things I never knew I could do. People always look at me as, oh, someone that did not have so much physical ability. As a female, they just assume that's who we are. But with time, when I began to grow, I saw that there's one thing that is so different about me. Even when other females are complaining, they're tired, I can keep pushing. That resilience has always been there, but I never knew it existed until life tested me. Until I had to like read for long hours, until I got into nursing and you have to stand for hours and you have to keep working when others are complaining. You don't want to complain, you just want to serve, you want to work. That was how I saw that, oh my God, this resilience was there. I never knew that I could multitask. I always tell myself I can only do one thing at a time. When I was growing up, my mom would say, "You will stay on this one thing since morning. You will keep doing it because I like to do things into details. I want to do it perfectly. So I spend one time. I'll never finish my. Sometimes I don't finish my exams. I just stay on those questions, do them very well. I might still get my A, but I'll feel like, oh my God, I didn't finish that part. Oh, I'm not able to finish. But along the line, I gained that speed. Along the line, I was able to do more, one or two things at a time, more than one thing at a time. Pardon me. Along the line, I saw that, oh, I could manage myself better. I could manage my skills better. I could manage my abilities better. That's how self discovery works. Little by little, you begin to see your strengths and also your weaknesses, and see how, see your weaknesses as opportunities to grow. And then before you know it, those weaknesses even become strength. So self-discovery will help you to build your confidence, it guides your career choices. When you see that, oh, I have passion for something. I think I love to care for people. I think I just pay attention to details normally. I think I'm just very empathetic. I mean, all of these things would can actually provide guidance to your career choice, even your profession and all of that. It enables you to live an authentic life. You're not going to be feeling bad about what people say about you, because you will be able to embrace yourself when you truly discover who you are, and you'll be able to live authentically. So, like I said, self discovery is a journey, it's an ongoing journey, and it is shaped by our experience, by the challenges, the demand that life lays on us, and even our reflection, connecting the dots. We're able to grow over the years, we're able to evolve. Self discovery is a journey, and volunteering is one of the easiest way to get on the journey of self discovery. I could mention a lot of examples in life that you know made me to discover that I was just more than what I used to think about myself. Just when I think, oh, this is who I am, next moment, life has happened. Something as a demand is there, right? And I can see how much I'm different from what I used to think I am. That's self discovery because it is ongoing. And volunteering provides you that opportunity to be able to see yourself for who you are and what you are capable of becoming. Let me go over that again. Volunteering provides you that opportunity to be able to see yourself for who you are and what you're capable of becoming. Because when you are volunteering, you're not playing. When you are volunteering, you're not just sitting idle. You are putting your skills to meaningful use. You are putting yourself, your strength into use. And then you are being refined. You're becoming more. You are stretching yourself. You are unraveling who you are when you put your skills to meaningful use, put your passion to meaningful use. So what is volunteerism itself? It's an act of willingly offering your time, skills, resources to help other people, to contribute to a cause without expecting monetary compensation. Here, I know that money is very important. We all need money. Money is, I want to confirm that I'm being heard. Can I see comments? I want to be sure that, okay, Dana is joining from Ondo State. Thank you very much. Please, I want us to be engaging in comment section so that I can be sure that I'm not the only one here today. So, like I was saying, I know that money is very important in this life, and money has become a force that actually drives many people to work. So people will get to say things like, oh, how much am I going to be paid? There's no free service, there's no free job, there's no free food. People are not ready to offer their services without money. Excuse me. While I understand the importance of money as a tool of value itself, we need to understand that in life we need to be able to offer our services for free, and without monetary value does not mean that it does not come with other means, other forms of value. It's, in fact, when you are offering your services without money, is that time when you are able to get as leverage on all the opportunities. That is when you can actually negotiate for other opportunities. That is when you can get much more value that money cannot buy. There's some things that money cannot buy. Money cannot buy access. Money cannot buy some network. They will say your network is your net worth. Money cannot buy certain privileges for you. Money cannot buy, even as a medical professional, there's some things that money cannot do when it comes to health. Yes, money is very important, but there are some cases that money will disgrace you. I'm sorry to say that, but money is not everything. There's some things that money, peace of mind, money cannot buy it. Joy that you find from serving people. I mean, as a nurse, when my patients tell me that, oh, thank you so much. I remember a few days back, I was trying to prepare to leave the work environment around 8 p.m. And somebody said a patient was looking for me, and they said we were nice to them the last time they saw them. Didn't think I did anything special, but truly, even though I felt like I was doing my job, there was always this special touch of empathy. I don't want to leave people feeling bad. I always spend extra time to reassure my patients. I always want them to feel loved, to feel heard, to feel seen. I recently moved to a new word. Pardon me. I recently moved to a new word, and just after a few days, a new department, a new unit entirely. Somebody said to me, a patient, oh, what's your name? You're so nice. I'm like, thank you very much. Thank you very much. To me, that's like the signature. When people don't feel like I'm kind to them, I feel like I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it the right way. Maybe they've not yet felt it. I must make them feel loved. I must make them feel good. So why am I saying all of these things? Somebody had to come back and say, we're looking for that nurse that took care of us 2 days ago. Ah, she was so nice to us. Imagine. What I'm saying is there's some things that money cannot buy. That joy, the joy I feel from all of those things is just everything to me. Oh, you're kind. Oh, you're nice. Oh, I felt good after the procedure the other time. That's because uh that's what money cannot buy. That's what, if they give me money, even my salary cannot, it's not, if I keep getting big pay every month, maybe 1M, and all my patients are always complaining, that nurse is this, that nurse is that, there's no fulfillment in that. I'm just saying that volunteering gives us that opportunity that money itself cannot buy. So let me move to the next part of this conversation. What drives us into volunteering? I actually have opportunity to talk to a lot of young people, and I see this complain about time. They have a lot of things to do. I mean, they're busy, they're here and there, and everybody keeps working, and they keep working without creating time to impact life, to contribute. You to contribute. I see people complain, hey, Nigeria is bad, the world is terrible. The question is, how are you serving? How are you making an impact? How are you making a difference? Volunteerism is driven by a desire to make a positive impact. It is driven by the passion to support people, to support communities, to help other people to grow, to help the world get better, to make the world a better place. That's what drives volunteerism. So if people go into volunteering, they say, me too, I want to work, I want to do something, but that joy is not, that passion to serve, to make the world better is not there. They will just ask the number and they will not be able to make an impact. They will not be able to make a difference. Volunteering can take many forms like assisting in community projects, participating in an event. I know for you to be on this call, on this conversation, that means you are a volunteer for the 10X Business Summit. And then, I was there at the program. Was it in March now? The one that held in Bayelsa. It was such an amazing program. And I knew that program was possible because of the input of different people, volunteers across the state. And I know we even have virtual volunteers, people that were not able to attend the program physically, but they've made one impact or the other. It could be in terms of offering your expertise in specific fields like marketing, like teaching, and all different aspects. There is no skill that you cannot offer for free, just to serve, just to make the world better, just to help somebody else. In fact, there is there is nothing too big, right, that you cannot give when it comes to volunteering, because it is in that there's something that the Bible would always say that give, it shall be given unto you. The word is too much about what people ask to receive, what they have to get, what they have to gain, compared to what can I give, how can I sell. People are just after themselves, and I think this is a mindset that I want us to leave behind in 2025. Even when you are coming into volunteering, yeah, you have the goal to achieve some start, to gain some skills, to gain some benefits, but do it wholeheartedly. That's when the opportunity comes. That's when you forget yourself into the service, and then you can begin to see yourself beyond who you are, beyond who you think you are, and then you begin to develop yourself from there. How does volunteering help us to discover ourselves? My interest in serving school children and women, I just kept on wondering, how did it come? When I was in Badagry, Lagos that year, I saw that there were a lot of schools around me. There was no particular interest in school children or maybe in women, but then around me, there were schools. I could count a number of schools around me. Then the family I stayed with back then had a school. Then my I remember that when I had my community posting in school, it was a school. So fine, it looks like I've interacted with schools. So let me just start going about and start talking to them. At least those are the people I can find. There's no market around me. Why go to the markets when I have schools? That was how it started. But while I began to volunteer, go to those schools, I saw how I could answer questions of those students, how they were so free with me. It just kind of sparked that passion in me. It just sparked that passion in me. And before you knew it, I saw that, oh, this is deeper than just this is the available opportunity. Do you know that one of those days I followed the family I stayed with to their own school in a nearby town, and I spoke to all of the classes, even those that children that could not even speak well, maybe like 2 year old, 1 year old. I taught them, and they were so happy. They were just jumping up and down. And the less what I taught them, the songs I taught them, many of them could still remember. I mean, it was just so exciting. So that experience, that journey, about 10 months journey, really helped me to discover my interest and my passion for school children. And from there, I began to see that okay, I could do more. Do you know that when I was going to go for my national youth service, I didn't ask for it. I just found myself in another school, right? Maybe life just has a way of playing out. I don't know. And I just found myself in a school again. If I had not taken all of those times when I was in Lagos, but I agreed to work, to just provide volunteer services to those schools, teach them, I won't have been able to gain much experiences. I would have just gone to that school and I'll be looking blank. My a nurse, what am I doing here? But it was not new to me because I mean, I remember I went to more than 4 schools when I was there, within that space of 10 months, there were schools I went to more than once because they invited me again. I mean, it was so interesting for me. I'm trying to check the chat box to see if I have any comment for me. Okay, so it helps you to uncover your interest and your passion. Volunteering at many occasions has really made me to see myself beyond who I think I am. When it comes to event planning, I never knew that event planning was a thing for me until I volunteered at some event and I saw myself doing so well. I mean, structuring, strategizing, that was something I discovered along the journey. Public speaking, for me, I never knew how much I could speak, I could be confident until I began to do it for free for many years before, in recent time, I'm now speaking on. I've spoken on so many TV station, radio station for free, and that was how I discovered myself. So volunteering will help you to identify your strengths, your talents. Some person do not know that they can write until they begin to, write for an agency for free, because volunteering would actually provide you that opportunity to be able to work, learn on the job, make mistakes, correct yourself without the fear of living below expectation because you're not being paid. It's a free service. It does not mean that we're lackadaisical about it, but because you're not being paid, the expectation is not very high. So you can, patiently develop yourself on the job. You can patiently make your own mistake, learn from it, ask questions without the feeling of we're paying you. Are you not in level 12? Like now that I'm a senior nursing officer, there's some questions that if I want to ask now, I have to think to myself, okay, let me go and ask my my boss quietly, because they expect that I should know some things. But imagine back then when I just started. I'm just trying to say that the expectation for a volunteer is not the same as a paid service, as a paid staff. So you can make mistakes without the fear of, hey, what will happen to me after now? No, because you're offering a volunteer service. It builds your confidence as well. I mean, push yourself beyond your comfort zone. I know many of you are already doing that, but I'm assuring you that volunteering is the way to go, because it makes you to push yourself beyond your comfort zone, and then you're able to build your confidence. You're able to stretch yourself. That's some demand. There was a time in my life that I'm always very careful about working too much, about doing so many things. I'm afraid to own up that I'm multi-talented. I'm afraid to believe that I'm actually a multi-potentialite, because I feel like, hey, you have to be careful because you don't want to burn out. You don't want to, but because of what people say, because of hey, you are a female, hey, your work is already stressful as a nurse. But then with time, when I begin to put myself to work, begin to stretch myself, I saw that it was nothing. I was just enjoying myself, going to places, speaking, writing books. I mean, making an impact in my environment. Just when I think I'm done, somebody engages me here and there, and I just began to develop myself, and then I became more resilient, and I'm able to handle, pressure, handle my time, manage my energies better, because I was able to put myself to work. Expanding your horizon. There's this thing that I know that people keep saying, niche down. I don't know. I think it got popular in 2020 after the post COVID-19 era. Niche down. And then a young person just coming to the show begins to think about niching down, which is not a bad idea. But I want to tell you that in this current economy, I don't mean Nigeria as a place, in this 21st century, you need to expand your horizon. You need to be more than just, I mean, this. Life is going to lay demands on you. That's why there's AI. That's why there are a lot of tools today to help you to be able to multitask. You can't stay and say, this is all of the things, this is the only thing I know and nothing more. Of course, it's okay to be an expert in that area, but all of these things, these areas of life are connected. Health, business, there's something that connects everything, and we must understand how the world works. We must understand how all of these things work. That's what makes you a better manager. And volunteering affords you that opportunity to see behind the scene of different operation, different business, to see how things work, how the world works, and you'll be able to find your own space. But when you're starting out, you're not too particular about, you know, just a niche, just an area, and then you block your ears, and every opportunity that comes for you to learn other things, you are blocking them off and say, I don't want to bother about other things. I just want to know about this thing. It's not true. The funny thing is that thing that we hold very, very deep now, we hold very seriously, the world will outgrow it, and the new the skill of the new economy would advance. I mean, the skills that will be in high demand might advance and include other new things, so you need to prepare yourself. And volunteering helps you to expand your horizon, helps you to bring yourself in contact, bring yourself in contact with many people from different, areas of life, different fields, different, even different origins as well. It helps you to discover purpose and meaning. Purpose is something that many of us just trivialize. Living a life that is purposeful and meaningful is what gives us that greatest joy and fulfillment. It's what pushes us to work even when there is no reward. It's what helps us to make an impact in the world. It's about the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? It's not just about, I just want to make money. If it's about money, we'll be moving from pillar to post, trying to make money, and then more money until we see that the old time has gone, and the only thing we have been able to achieve is just to make money. We'll spend the old time, we'll spend the entire life to chase money. But if you chase value, if you chase building a life of impact, leading a purposeful life, money will definitely follow. So as you engage you know, in making positive impacts, serving, volunteering, you are definitely going to find fulfillment and clarity. And let me tell you something, our purpose is not lost. It's not something that we go about searching for. While you're serving, in the place of service, you find it. That thing that makes you come alive, that thing that gets you hungry. Yeah, that thing that makes you feel like, oh, why is this problem like this? We need to get something. We need to get get into doing so. We need to do something to solve this problem. That thing might be your purpose, and it grows as you're going, as you're growing. It's actually it expands. It's rooted in something that is beyond you. But you see that, oh, it becomes grounded, and you see different part of it. This aspect you can focus. This an aspect you can also focus. It's like growing from the roots and then bringing different fruits and different flowers. But if it does not have the roots, you see that money will just be the goal. People just searching, going up and down, pillar to post, trying to find money. Money will never satisfy, but purpose will satisfy, and then it would make our life more meaningful. Volunteering and volunteering, like I was saying, will help you to build resilience and problem solving skill. Like I said earlier on, that personally there were some things I never knew I could do until I began to serve, until I began to put myself to it. I never knew I could do a number of things together. People are always scared, like calling me from different places. Are you sure you are resting well? I'm resting well. I'm able to manage my time better because life would life would test you. Life will lay demand on you. If life comes so easy for you, you're comfortable. It's like you're not really doing something bigger than you. You're just being comfortable doing, getting by, doing something little, not so serious. Nobody is, I don't know if somebody can get me. There were times that I feel like there's no pressure. I just wake up, I sleep, go to work, come back. I hate those kind of life. Every time I'm in that season where nothing is happening to me, I always feel like maybe I'm not really. Of course, I learned to leverage those seasons to spend more time with God, to study my Bible, to read and grow myself spiritually, improve my knowledge about the areas of my interest, and at the same time to rest. But you must not stay, we cannot stay in that season forever. Imagine that entire 6 months of your life. I'm not talking about you intentionally creating time to study. You can, in fact, there was a season of my life that I think I created a content. I said that imagine being at the backseat of your life and then you're working so hard. People are not seeing anything. People are calling you and saying, what happened to you? It's been long they saw you. I'm not talking about showing up. I'm talking about time when you're just at ease. I mean, sleeping and waking, no effort, no work, no books are being read. That you can be at home, not being outside there, but you're working so hard, reading, I mean, doing courses, doing researches, and all of the rest. It's possible, right? I'm talking about those moments in my life where I'll just be there. I won't be able to, like I'm just lazy. I don't like to be there. I always push myself that no way. I'll take the book today. If I feel tired, I'll still carry it tomorrow. Because I like to exercise myself. So along the journey, I see that all of this big deal to people. I was able to read 6 books. They say you're reading book. How can you be a nurse? You are doing this course, you are doing that course, you were appointed, and you are still reading, you are writing your own book. Yes, and I'm doing it with all joy. I'm having a good time, really putting my myself into service, making a difference, serving other people. So volunteering will do that for you. It will build that resilience. It will make you become a better version of yourself. And most importantly, it will help you to create a network of support for yourself. I mean, having this, I also have my own community, extraordinary living, where I have a lot of young people. We support ourselves, share opportunities. Once in a month, we organize a webinar. I mean, that's what community does for us. And volunteering is one way to get into those communities. Look at you at 10x community, for example. You won't have been able to meet me as a person if we are not friends on Facebook, or I don't know. But this is another opportunity to meet somebody else just because you are volunteering for an organization. So this is one of those things that not just pardon me, not just about connecting with the key leaders, even connecting with the teammates, connecting with people. There's some skills that you don't have that other people have that you can leverage on. There's some exposure that other people have that you don't have, that you leverage on. When we come together, you bring your own, I bring my own, and then we all get better. Volunteering actually provides that platform for us. And then if you are working every day, serving, because there's some season. I see some people say they are multiple volunteers or they are serial volunteers. Any program in town, you always see them. They're always volunteering. It's not a bad one, but it's okay to create time for self-reflection, because that's where you can draw the lessons. That's when you can connect the dot of growth, the dot of your personal development. Okay, what have you been able to achieve? How has this program made you felt? Is there a way this is shaping your life's purpose? And right now on my journey, I see that beyond just being a nurse, I see myself having a social enterprise that is going to be focused on school children. I see that out of all of this volunteering, I volunteered for different organizations, and I'm doing a lot of work actually, and I begin to draw inspiration from those things to build my own journey. That is what volunteering should do for you. If you do what, pay attention. If you pay attention, if you spend time to reflect, ask questions like, what challenges helped me to grow? What adventure really brought out the best in me? What did I enjoy most about the experience so far at 10x community? or at this other program that you volunteered for. Ask those questions from time to time so that you can really draw the lesson, so that you can apply yourself better, so that you can see your strengths. You can discover, oh, this is the part that you need to work on. It's been an amazing time today, but before I wrap up, I just want to say that the journey of life is very interesting when we are able to find ourselves, discover ourselves, and volunteerism provides us that platform. You will never be able to know what you're capable of doing until you self. You will never be able to see yourself for who you are and what you're capable of becoming if you do not put yourself to service. I'll end with this quote by, I think, is it Mohammed Matami or so. Let me, I wrote the quote somewhere when I was preparing this speech. You will never be able to know who you are. You'll never be able to put yourself to meaningful work until you serve, until you get out of your comfort zone and work, until you lend a helping hand, until you just come out of yourself. Enough of me, and I. It is time to get out of yourself and begin to serve and begin to, contribute to making the world a better place. I think when I get the quote now, I'm going to drop it in the comment section. Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful time. Okay. I think I'm done with my session. So hopefully, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. And I think I'm done.
Honestly, for me, it was. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our speaker, Momi Fadero, for that section. Thank you for that beautiful section. Honestly speaking, I don't know for others, but for me, it was really, really an eye opener. It was really an eye opener. Once again, thank you for having us. Thank you for coming. Thank you for opening our eyes to so much. Please, if you have any question, you can drop in the comment section. Within the short time, our speaker will would answer our questions. Please, if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. One of the things, while we're waiting for our questions, one of the things that I really, really took out as a PowerPoint from today's webinar is that volunteering gives us opportunity that money cannot buy. I mean, money cannot buy the opportunities you're going to get from volunteering. You get partnership, you get collaboration, you get connections. I mean, things that money cannot buy. So honestly speaking, if you have any question, please kindly drop in the comment section. While we are waiting for your question, yes, one of the things that Omom Ifadere said today, she said the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Yes, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. We are waiting for your question, please. I have a lot, a lot, a lot. She said self-discovery provides opportunity to know who you are truly, who you are and what you are capable of doing. She gave us a lot of testimonials on how she volunteered and it really helped her. See, if you're in today's class, I'm very sure that you have really learned a lot because I have. Please, if you have any question, like I said, drop it in the comment section. We are waiting to answer your questions. Once again, we appreciate our speaker for today.
Thank you very
We
much.
really appreciate you. Thank you very much for this beautiful section and this eye opener section. I must say.
Mhm. Thank you so much.
We are waiting for your questions, please. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. If you have any question, please drop in the comment section. And please, you can also write down things you gained from today's webinar series, please. Whatever thing you gained, that bulletin point you're taking home with today, you can write it down in the comment section. Yes, while we're waiting, you can't hear me. Hello, can you hear me now? I said if you have any question, please drop in the comment section. And you can also write down in the comment section whatever thing you gained from today's webinar series. Please, can you hear me now? Okay. Can you hear me now, please? If you can hear me, thank you, Samuel Daniel. He said he got the insight on money can't cater for good health. Yes, thank you very much for that. Exactly, money cannot cater for good health. Okay, I think we have a question here. I think we have a question here. Our speaker, please, are you on? We have a question here. Yes, exactly. Volunteering would help you build resilience and problem solving skills. Exactly. 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 Florence Okore is saying you might not really get to know your abilities until you get the opportunity to serve and explore. Yes, that is very great. Very true. According to Um, please, is our speaker? We have a question here.
Okay.
Okay, we have a question here, and it says for certain events that one is not able to get certified for volunteering for them, how do one go about providing and ascertaining that one volunteered for such events?
Okay. Okay. I think I get the question. How do one go about proving and ascertaining that um that can, make you, should I say, qualified to volunteer for such events, something like that. So there are the
Yes,
beauty of the whole thing is there are events. There's going to be one event or the other every other month, every other day, right? So if you do not get access into one, if you're not should I say allowed to participate in one, look out for the next one, right? Just keep building yourself. And one thing I've also learned about applying for these opportunities is because you are able to see behind the scene what is required. So, for example, now if you're applying for a fellowship or for a grant or for a scholarship, when you are filling those forms, something tells you, oh, wow, this is one thing you need to add to what you already know. If, for example, if they ask you that, are you volunteering with so and so organization, or do you do certain things, or do you have certain qualification, or just a question they're asking in that form, that gives you an idea of what is expected, what is required. So even if you're not meeting up this time, it means that you can go back and include those things. You can go back and add those things. So if they ask you that, are you on LinkedIn? Or kindly provide your LinkedIn profile, and then you're not on LinkedIn, or you are not able to provide your, that means, that tells you that, oh, I need to get on LinkedIn. That tells you, or they ask you, send us a bio, and you don't have a bio and you only have split seconds to do that. That tells you that you need to have a bio. You need to have, if they ask you which social media can we, those questions will help you to be able to prepare for the next available opportunity. So there's no point struggling to get into one compulsorily. You can simply go back and prepare yourself for the next one and ensure that you meet up. So that's how it works. There are going to be many opportunities. So you need to keep applying, applying. At least one or two will come up. You would be engaged.
yeah. Thank you very much, Celestine Ogenere. I hope that this she has provided an answer to your question. You need to keep on trying, like she has said. Please, if you have any other question, again, you can drop it in the comment section so our speaker can answer your question.
So sorry,
We
someone
are
said
waiting
something
for
that,
your questions, please.
okay, sorry, pardon me. Someone said something that money cannot buy health or something. That one of those things she picked out. Well. I was just trying to say that even in my experience, there's some things that money might not be able to do. For example, now there are some days that we might be looking for blood, a particular blood type, and it's not available, and we just need somebody to come and donate. Even though you have money to buy, it might not be available. The particular type that is required might not be available at that particular time. So that a lot of things that influence, connection, access to other people, access to a support system can grant you. But money truly is important and can help you to afford, a lot of things, education, even health care, healthcare as a whole. There's so much that money can do, but I'm just saying that volunteering gives you access, and you wouldn't know what a particular connection to somebody else can give you in the future. So that's what I was just trying to say when I made that allusion.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for today. Thank you for the corrections. Thank you for the this webinar. It has
Thank
really helped
you.
us a lot, and I think nobody after now will not want to volunteer when he or she is given the opportunity to to volunteer. Thank you so much. I am indeed I am blessed really. I You have really opened my eyes. Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so
So
much.
without wasting
Thank
much
you
time,
so
since
much.
we don't have any questions again, we'll be rounding up tonight's series. We are going to be rounding up tonight's series since we don't have any question again, so that we can all just get back to, unwind and dine with what we have had. So join us same time next month, because this is a monthly webinar, like we know. Join us same time next month for this webinar. Please do well to go back to what you have learned. Don't just learn it and then just have it in your head. Go back and learn it. Go back and try to live by what you have learned. Don't just write it, right? So yes, without wasting much time, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you to everybody that joined us from the various parts of the state. We had people joining us from Ondo, we had people joining us from Edo, people joining us from Abuja. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for making this a success. Until we meet again next time, um, discover yourself. Yes. And I remind your host, Ogo Promise on your chair. Bye.